In this video, we will be solving the following rational equation. When solving rational equations, the first thing you need to do is recognize that you're working with a rational equation. Eyeballs send the message to your brain and you figure that out. Next, we need to factor all of our denominators. Done. Next, we need to identify, state any restrictions on the variable. So restrictions are values, in this case for x, that will cause our fractions to be undefined, so cause the denominator to equal 0. That would mean our restrictions here, we just have 1, x cannot equal -2. After that, we're going to determine our least common denominator and multiply our entire equation by that. Our least common denominator here is x plus 2, and I hope that you are able to figure that out on your own. Now, we're going to distribute that to every single term on both sides of the equation. Since there's an equal sign, there is balance when you multiply both sides of the equation by the same number. If I multiply x plus 2 to the first rational expression or fraction in this problem right over here, the x plus 2 in the denominator will cross out with the blue x plus 2, and we'll only be left with 5x plus 5. However, please keep in mind that if you're multiplying it by something else, that 5x plus 5 really needs parentheses, and that you would need to properly distribute in your multiplication process. Next, I'm going to multiply x plus 2 by the 3x, and nothing reduces, but we're going to distribute 3x into the x plus 2. And then last, we're going to put it over here, and the x plus 2 reduces, and we're only left with x squared. Amazing. So, to reinforce what we just said, 5x plus 5 plus 3x times the quantity of x plus 2 equals x squared. Next, now you have to recognize that you're working with a polynomial equation, and we solve polynomial equations by expanding, combining like terms, and then getting everything to one side and getting everything equal to 0, and then attempting to factor, and if factoring doesn't work, using another method. So let's go ahead. I just want to make sure I'm not cutting it off. 5x plus 5 plus 3x squared plus 6x equals x squared. I'm going to, let's bring everything to the right side because, oh no, left side, I do have an x squared here. I thought maybe I only had x squared here and I just wanted to avoid a negative leading term, so I was going to say bring everything there. But we have a 3x squared. So let's subtract x squared over here to the other side. Another common mistake is people think like, oh, I'm going to subtract it to the other side when they're already on the same side. Okay, I need you to think about that. Is that something you're messing up? Probably. Is that something you can fix? Definitely. So yeah, let's do that. 0 equals, what do I got there? 2x squared. So these terms are taken care of. I'm crossing them out because I'm just done with them so I don't distract myself. 5x plus 6x is 11x. Done with those. Plus 5 equals 0. So now we have a cute quadratic trinomial that definitely looks factorable. I'm only going to use half of the AC method. A lot of you guys are not ready for this. I'm just going to be honest with you. And you make lots of mistakes. You need to admit that to yourself. First step, admit you have a problem. 2 times 5 is 10, positive 10. What multiplies to give us 10? 1 and 10, and 2 and 5. Stop trying to be a hero and thinking that you've thought up all the numbers and that there's nothing that works. Write them down, go through them. B equals 11, positive 11. So positive 1 and positive 10 looks good to me. Now, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go right to my parentheses. 2 is prime. I'm only going to be working with 2x and x. 5 is prime. I'm only working with 5 and 1. So let's go ahead and put our x stuff in first, or our x squared. So 2x and x, only option. You shouldn't be putting x and x if your leading term is not a 1x squared, right? Now, instead of 1 and 10 being the numbers we write here, it's really plus x and plus 10x that we end up getting for our O and I in FOIL, like our outer and inner. So here's outer, that product, and inner is that product. 2 is only going into 10, and I already have the x, so plus 5 will go here. 1x means that needs to be a plus 1. If that doesn't make sense to you, just do it the other way. We don't have time for this right now. Now, zero product property, 2x plus 1 is 0. 2x equals -1, so x is equal to -1/2 so far. Haven't hit any of my restricted values, lovely. X plus 5 is 0, so x equals -5, which also is not one of my restricted values. So these two are good to go. And we can label, circle it, don't just write random messy work on your paper. Make sure you are always indicating your solutions and other things. All right, and that just went with this stuff over here. That was just some side work. All right, so hope you were able to follow along with this example. Hope you feel like a genius. If you need to see another example, go to the playlist or watch the one that comes up on the screen as the next video. Thumbs up if you feel like you're kind of smart today. Thumbs down if you're not feeling great about this. And you'll see me in the next video. Adios.